man's family believes in Santa Claus, so I'm leaving him.
What? Don't!
God forbid a man and his family have a little bit of whimsy. I think he actually believes Santa is a real person in some capacity and thinks he delivers presents to his family personally. I'm probably going to leave tomorrow because it's been awful so far and I just want out. You, OP, is the reason Santa's sleigh wasn't flying in Elf.
That's true.
I know who's getting coal this year.
Right?
By the way, this comes from user Throwaway A. And if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OK Storytime subreddit. I am Dakota.
And I'm Savannah.
And I'm Keon.
And we are here to give you good advice goofily, but we don't have all the answers. We just know what we do. So let us know what you would do in the comments, as OP says.
Well, before OP says anything, because Savannah, you're new here.
I'm new here, guys.
Yeah.
I'm a new
Hey,
girl
you
on the
know,
block.
hey, she's new around these parts.
I'm just Jenny from the block.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Speaking of whimsy, Savannah, could you give us a little fun fact, a little tidbit of who you are, what you do?
Who I am.
Yeah, what are you?
Who am I?
What are you?
You're Akon.
Well,
That's what your shirt says.
I'm Akon. Sorry, it's actually Akron.
Akron.
But Akron. Speaking of Akron, I'm from Skibbity, Ohio.
Woo! It's a real
Wow.
place.
It's a real place and it exists, unfortunately.
Anyway, we have a story about Santa. OP hates Santa. I'll call my boyfriend Adam. Fake name. Adam, 25 male, is from a pretty rural area up in the mountains, keeping it vague on purpose. He's from Tennessee. And his family are what I'd consider religious extremists. He told me this before I, 23 female, came to see them for Christmas, that they were very religious, as are mine, so I thought it would be similar. I'm not seeing my own family, as I just have my harmful mom left, and we are no contact. I've only been seeing him a couple months, and his beliefs have only come up minimally. Santa Claus was not part of that. I don't even think we've mentioned it at all, despite walking around Walmart with Christmas decorations and holiday stuff on shelves, and him saying he wishes there was more Christian decor. Adam and his family call Santa Saint Nick to start off with. He has a large family, and we had a lot of regular Christmas Eve activities all day, including cooking breakfast and dinner with his family, sitting around and playing with the children, and going to a church event around lunchtime. When we went to church, his mom would shake her head disapprovingly at some references towards Santa Claus the pastor made, and would whisper to his younger brother and her nephew next to her. I didn't hear what she said. She was just whispering like, Don't you listen to a word this man says.
Yeah, I want to know what she's saying.
She says, how dare he besmirch the name of Saint Nicholas?
And don't even think about drinking any of that wine.
Don't you drink the milk that we leave out for him because it's sacred milk.
And those cookies,
It's mother's milk.
it's mommy's milk and Santa's cookies.
When we made dinner, she told me to fix a plate for Saint Nick. I laughed and said, oh, the cookies aren't enough. Adam shot me a horrified look.
How dare you?
I felt the gaze of his mother, and she gave me this sort of fake smile and said, no, hon, that's not a filling meal. So I loaded up.
Wait, what?
No.
This man goes all over the world and has... What do you mean?
We need to give him something of real sustenance.
What about we can like roast a chicken or something?
Yeah,
You
we're
guys
making him stew.
roast potatoes.
He's working all night long. He needs a hearty meal.
He needs a citrus peel. Or a...
He needs a citrus peel.
What does he have, scurvy?
It's better than cookies.
I don't know why I
guess.
said peel. I just meant to say like an orange. But
citrus peel.
just the rind of an orange.
Just the rind.
That's enough
It's where the
sustenance for him.
antioxidants are.
I heard if you rub it on your face, it does wonders.
So I loaded up about as much as I gave Adam and the men in his family and put it on a plate. His mom put tinfoil over it and put it in the fridge in the garage. At some point, about 2/3 of his family left. The children went to bed after about an hour of it being dark. Adam's mom told them to go settle into bed so Saint Nick can have his dinner and start to deliver presents. This gave me the implication that he would start his night here rather than just stop by and have cookies and leave. I'm not sure. His mom read a couple of passages out of the Bible about family as we sat around their wood-burning stove, and we discussed my family situation a bit. Adam's dad then told Adam and me, as well as his little sister, to go to the guest house to sleep. It was about 9 p.m. I changed in the bathroom and said my goodnight to them, and I was about to walk out the door with Adam when his mom snapped her fingers and said,
Snap your fingers. By
Hun,
yourself?
Hun, you're forgetting the most important part of Christmas. Adam looked pale for a second before kind of nervously laughing and stepped back, holding my hand. We went out into the garage where he grabbed the plate. I said something like, "She's really serious about Santa getting his food, huh?" trying to lighten the mood. He squeezed my hand really hard and said, "Yes, I'd say it's serious."
Oh my god.
This just turned into a horror movie.
Yeah, what is this just like a guy who lives in the woods that they think is Santa Claus or something?
Yeah, he
This
didn't.
could be a whole twist.
Yeah, he didn't pre-warn you or like, hey, so we take Christmas seriously. Like, he
Not even
kinda,
quote.
like-
We take Saint Nick
Yeah, it's not even
very
Santa.
seriously.
Call him by his real name, Saint Nick.
We believe in saints in this house.
You mean Kris Kringle? No.
No, Saint Nick.
Christopher Kringler? We went back in to microwave the meal and awkwardly stood there in front of the microwave watching the plate turn around. I said something again, trying to be lighthearted about Santa having a full stomach if he eats like this at every house. Adam gripped my hand harder than before and said, "His name is St. Nicholas, and he only eats his dinner here.
What?
Don't be disrespectful in our home." His name is St. Nicholas, and his dinner is only in our house.
No one else gets presents, and no one else has to leave out food. It's just us.
Come on. One dinner on the whole planet? That's
Like,
crazy.
I was gonna say, leaving out food offerings, I get that. I guess it's like, especially for like a religious family, that's cool, that's fine. But the fact that they're like, no, we're the only ones who feed him. He only comes to our house.
This is fully a guy who lives in the woods behind your house. That
Comes
is,
out of the dumpster once a year.
yeah. It sounds calm typed out like that, but the way he said it gave me chills. His parents didn't say anything, and I felt like I was going to cry. I left to walk in the backyard to the guest house, and his sister was waiting in this mostly empty living room area there. She said she started the wood-burning stove and showed me where to sleep, a twin bed next to her, and said Adam would be in the next room over with his younger brother. I just laid down and heard Adam come in maybe half an hour later to go straight to bed. I've just been laying here, unable to sleep because I'm so anxious. I already hear movement in the main house at this point, and I don't know what to think. I thought after everyone had left, mostly small children, the St. Nick talk would end. I think his family, or at least him and everyone younger, legitimately believe this is a real person. His parents are really strict and live relatively off-grid and isolated. I barely have service here, so I'll see if this posts, because I can't even text my friends SOS right now. I feel like I'm in a horror movie where they believe Santa is like a distant uncle or something. Does anyone know of any traditions like this? They unalived a pig sometime in the last week, as well as a couple of chickens, and the whole family is coming back tomorrow.
Wait, why did you
What?
mention that?
So they slaughtered animals to eat.
I mean,
That's normal. Especially if they're like off grid.
So
yeah, but it's like a farm.
they
that-
do sacrifices in the middle of the woods.
I don't know.
and-
I don't know
and
if it was
then
a sacrifice. I think it was just like, all right.
Yeah, I think that was just dinner. I'm fully in the camp right now of there's a guy who named Nick who lives in the woods. And they just feed this guy every year, and somehow they think that it's Santa.
Unless it's verbatim, like, we sacrificed these animals for Saint Nick.
We summoned
Yeah.
Saint Nick
That-
with our animals.
I'm like, all right, this is fine. If it's your animals, it's your farm, okay. But if
no,
you,
that is not fine.
Are they gonna sacrifice
If you're
her?
doing animal sacrifice rituals to summon Santa Claus, I'm not okay with that.
that's what. I mean, if it is that is very odd. If it's just like we're cooking it for a meal.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, that's what I meant.
Right. No, I thought you were saying, like, look, if you guys sacrifice animals to summon the spirit of Saint Nick,
Just for our household.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I don't know. This is, like I said, I've heard of food. Like, I do food offerings for like a past relative's, birthday or something like that.
Yeah.
That I do. That's fine. I've done that before. But if it's for clearly like this is, let's just keep reading. I'm
Yeah.
very interested in what this family
Yeah.
does.
OP continues, maybe it'll be less weird with more people there. A few of his cousins gave me a more modern vibe rather than the rest of his nuclear family. I might just head back and stay at my apartment a couple hours away, alone. I don't think I can continue seeing him. It's just been so weird. and there is an update. Let's get into it.
Yeah, I don't even know.
I don't know. Would we leave at this point?
I
Would we
think-
leave?
If you had that weird moment where he was like, it's Saint Nick, and we take this very seriously in our household, I'd be like, hey, we gotta talk about that because you shouldn't ever talk to me like that. And why? What made you think that was cool? You know?
I would stay for the plot.
Yeah.
Alright.
You gotta at least.
I'd be like, well, I mean, this is very weird, but let's see what's gonna happen.
I don't know. If this is
Yeah.
the tip of the iceberg of the weird, I don't want to find out anymore.
Yeah,
I want to get out.
Maybe it's like when he first was like, yeah, I know, Santa's not real. His mom like freaked out or something. I was like, how dare you ever say such a thing to me?
I'd be like,
Because she was literally in church being like, kids, don't you dare listen to this pastor. He's spreading. He's got Krampus in him. Krampus is delivering the sermon.
It's Krampus. You know, the devil Santa.
Evil Santa Krampus, man. Update. I'm still alive.
Woo!
that's a good start.
Not passed away. Holidays ended horribly, and my relationship is over.
Oh,
Probably
Oh.
for the best now that I've had time away from him, talked to my friends, and read comments. I essentially ruined Christmas.
you did?
Oh no.
Saint Nick literally left the food untouched because there was a non-believer in the house.
No way.
Mhm.
No. So
Yep.
he said,
So he starved.
yeah, he said, you know what? You don't believe? Well, then I'm not gonna eat.
Non-believers.
I'm not hungry anymore.
the clausometer wasn't
I've
at 100.
lost my appetite.
You know what? I'm not hungry.
takes
And
only
then
one.
Santa had diabetic shock because all he had was cookies. It was that one dinner meal that would keep him alive. Adam's mom made a point of it being because I was there, and I was essentially barred from seeing him and called a degenerate in front of his whole family. I really wanted to make a proper update, but felt ridiculous and embarrassed that 1, it blew up so big, and 2, everything I said was absolutely picked apart. I get it that I sounded dramatic, but I write dramatically. I treated this no differently than how I write in my diary, and by the way, you can listen to our diary of full episodes with stories like this on your favorite podcast platform. Is it iHeartRadio? Is it Spotify? Is it Apple Podcasts? It's trick question. It's wherever you listen to podcasts. Just search OK Storytime and you can listen to the whole Santa's whole bag full of stories. Stories for the whole world in one night.
right in his sack.
Wow.
You're welcome, everyone.
Yeah,
Ha 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 ha.
in his bag.
No, sack.
In his...
Say it right.
You're
Don't-
ruining Christmas.
Say it right. It's Saint Nick.
It's Saint Nick's sack.
Oh, okay. But
Saint Nick's magic sack.
Say it right.
Say it. He's hungry.
this is very weird.
Mind we were joking before the stream started that we just have monkey stream where we just make those noises the whole stream. Just
This monkey says.
oh
This
oh
Santa story's making the monkey come out in me.
oh. Yeah, I mean that would be funny, right? Imagine that the level of insanity that is this mom's response. That would, like, she's calling you a degenerate, and that Saint Nick didn't eat his dinner because you were sleeping in the guest house.
Not believing.
I think a good reaction to anything that crazy is just monkey noises.
Honestly,
Just monkey noises in someone's face.
that makes complete sense to me.
Yeah.
Were there presents? I want to know
That's
how this
what I
family
was wondering
works.
too.
What, I want to know. Yeah, does he like come in and like?
Yeah, so like if he doesn't eat, are there no presents?
Yeah,
for
no
anyone?
gifts.
No
No
presents
gifts,
if
all the
Santa doesn't
gifts.
finish his dinner.
Yep. They threw them all in a pile out back and burned them.
Oh
Yep.
God. I mean, I hope not, but you
That-
don't know.
that's
That
what they
seems-
did.
That seems like this could happen.
Said Christmas is ruined. We can't open any of these. Saint Nick told me so. Yeah, I don't know. Barring all of the crazy Christmas stuff, if I had a partner who like talked to me that way and then just like went to sleep and didn't talk to me, I'd be like, well, that's curtains because that was wild and you can't speak to me that way.
That's curtains.
So, OP says, ooh, oh, oh, oh. OP says, I think this is it. I can't imagine typing another few paragraphs of the worst Christmas I've ever had, completely alone with crazy religious nuts and in my feels, only for it to be called a horror movie in the making. Yeah, I know my life right now just sucks. I wish there was more to say, or it was more dramatic for everyone wanting that, but I don't have it in me. I wish I had a real family and relationships that don't suck. I wish I had answers to why his family is so crazy around the holidays and aren't normal people that let their son date girls outside their borderline Amish lifestyle. I don't know. The end.
Wait, how did you meet this guy?
They're Amish?
Yeah, wait, that was never mentioned.
And you live 2 hours away. So you met this guy's family and it was just like, you know what? Honestly, this was so terrible. I'm out.
I need to know how
I
you
don't
met.
even blame you at this point.
But also, did the mom break up with you for him? Because that's what it seemed. Or did you break up with them?
It sounds like she got shamed.
She did.
And told to like, don't
dissipate,
my boy. You
Nah.
are non-believer.
You know what? At this point, no point of giving that energy. I wouldn't know.
No.
Yeah.
We've got some comments. Comment 1, I imagine Santa getting to the house really hungry, about to chow down on his meal. Then all of a sudden he senses a non-believer in the house and just F's off angrily into the night.
That's exactly what I thought,
Yeah.
too. It's like, oh, I can't wait to just dig right in.
He like smells it and just
Smells like non-believer.
This dinner smells like someone doesn't believe.
Spits on it, throws it. No presents for this
He
house.
throws it at the wall.
And then he
breaks
just like
everything.
he just opens his mouth and howls like
And then all his monkeys come in like, woo, 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 Santa.
Get back in the sled, monkey.
Okay. And then that's how it happens.
The monkeys
monkeys
were
just
going to
say,
deliver
okay.
all the presents under the tree.
Yeah.
And then he's like, get back in the sack.
I just want to know their entire, like, how they believe in this.
I wanna know
How
his
long
family
do they,
history.
like, is it the entire year? It's like Christmas?
Yeah, how come? I think a boyfriend might have just been like, you don't understand. We don't not believe Santa exists in this house. Saint Nick, right? He's above it all.
He's the only saint.
Yeah, like I feel like, do they have any other, like they said they're super religious, so like, do they have other religious figures, or
Gotta
is
be
like
some
Santa
more
the
deal
one?
breakers. There's
Santa's
got to
the
be some
one.
more, right?
I don't know.
It's like
I don't know. I want to know. This family is very intriguing to me.
I feel like
just wanna
these are the
know
type of like religious people where it's like when you have a headache, they're like, "Oh, it's because there's a demon in your blood, and we have to like bloodlet you now." Like that's the vibe I'm getting. Where it's like, it's simple. It's your head hurts because there's a demon inside you, and it's because your blood is tainted. We need to drain it. That is a real thing, or was, maybe still is, because I bet they do it.
I bet they do it.
Anyway,
Update, I've been purged.
they purged me of my filthy blood. Comment 2, is this some sort of shared psychosis? I can't fathom the parents' motivations. Do they believe, or is it some weird kind of control mechanism? A reply says, my guess is control, which I would think is right. They used it to isolate and remove OP from the family. Granted, she was already on her way out. Reply, yep, the food would disappear other years, meaning at least one person was doing it. But that person intentionally didn't do it this year to blame OP and end the relationship. Another reply, I was raised in a family cult. And that right there is a family cult. Comment 3, the way it's written, it sounds like the guy was scared of mom's reaction and trying frantically to signal to OP to maintain the ruse. But you'd think that if he knew playing along was of vital importance, he would have given her more of a heads up than a vague mention of being ultra-religious. I'm actually more creeped out by the squeezing OP's hand in front of the microwave scene, like a little boy terrified of upsetting the real monster. It really is a horror movie that writes itself. This is one of those posts that's going to stick in my head for being so full of unanswered questions. And that is the end of that story.
Wow.
Now my head really is like being like, what the scary story is that, again, I guess instead of it being a guy that lives in the woods, it really is like a creature.
I honestly at this point think it's the mom.
Well, yeah,
The mom turns into Santa.
the mom is like
Saint Nick.
possessed like a
Yes.
like a werewolf.
And she's like, say his name right. Kids, don't believe in anything that this guy's saying. He doesn't even know.
Saint Nick resides within my bones.
and put a little extra barbecue sauce on the side. Santa's Saint Nick's.
Yeah, Saint
Saint
Nick
Nick wanted
wants the spicy chipotle ranch. He let me know. He he wants chicken tenders with the spicy chipotle. Write this down. The spicy chipotle ranch, which is different than the hot honey ranch. And he wanted you to know that, and that you can get it at the store on the corner on 6th, but that they don't have it on the one at the place down the street. So you got to go into town. And write this down. He wanted you to know this. But that is the end of that story. The end of St. Nicholas's reign of terror.
Yeah, wait, so does that mean that, like, since he didn't eat, like, will he come back next year, or, like, he's done with that house?
He's starved. Christmas is over.
Yeah, Christmas is done. And
Christmas is over. It's
ruined. No one gets anything.
It's no more.
Santa didn't eat.
Yeah, I was
no
gonna
more.
say,
No
just
dinner, no
chaos
presents.
you're like,
reigns.
the budget's kind of tight this year, so we need to blame it on somebody.
Right? What if it was all that? This could go in so many different directions. But
There's a creature in the woods, and she feeds it dinner once a year. And
Or-
that is the end of that
or it's
story.
the mom. I truly believe it's the mom.
It's the
mom is
Of course,
Krampus.
it's the mom. It's the mom is the creature in the woods where they live. Anyway,
My girlfriend discovered I'm famous, and I fear she sees me differently now.
yeah, she sees you as a big famous guy.
I, 27 male, am an actor on a sitcom and have been for a few years. I am a supporting actor, and most of you would not know my name, but many would be familiar with my character. I'm certainly far from a big deal. I am not famous enough to be followed by paparazzi, thankfully, but I am recognized regularly on the streets. I do fine financially, but I'm not Brad Pitt. I wish.
I wish I was Brad Pitt. No, you don't.
No, you don't. Be careful what you wish for.
You gotta carry the weight of Brad Pitt's career.
His last name is Pitt, equivalent to armpit. Come on. Know what you're getting into. And I don't live a very high-profile celebrity lifestyle. I'm happy just staying in on the weekends.
Oh, he's one of those guys. He's like,
Yeah.
I'm quirky.
I work a job and
I'm
then
a big,
I
I'm a name in Hollywood, but I'm quirky. I'm not like the other Hollywood actors.
This is Robert.
I
This
go
is
out on the
Robert
weekends.
Pattinson.
Yeah.
By the way, this comes from you, like me for me. And if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OK Storytime subreddit. I am Savannah.
I am Dakota.
And I'm Keon.
And we are here to give good advice goofily, but obviously we don't have all the answers. We would only tell you what we would do in this situation, and you should tell us what you would do in this situation in the comments. I recently met someone, 23 female, at a coffee shop. I sat next to her and we started chatting. She was down to earth, and when she asked what I did, I told her I did some acting. Nothing uncommon around these parts. She didn't seem to recognize me, and I didn't go into more detail.
She didn't notice you, and you're like, yes.
Right? It's like,
Finally, a girl who doesn't know me.
She sees me for me.
Oh, wow.
I got her number and we texted a few times. Then we met for lunch and she said something that made it clear she recognized me. We've hung out since then several times. She wanted to introduce me to one of her friends who is an Unaliver fan of the show. That had me nervous. Apparently, she is just a big fan. I didn't really like being paraded in that way, but it was fun. That's part of my job to some extent. The thing that is getting to me is that she often refers to me as though I am my character. Oh,
Gross.
yeah, I don't like that.
Gross.
That's like, I don't know, because you're not that person.
Gross. Be like John Krasinski. Just everyone calls him Jim from The Office. Jim.
Yeah.
Or Rainn Wilson being Dwight. Or is it Ryan? Is it Ryan or Rain?
Rain.
I think it's
Yeah, I
Rain.
thought it was Rain.
I always get it mixed up because Ryan Johnson spells his name the same way.
Hmm.
Whatever. Call people by their name.
I think it's
Real
Rain because it's
name.
spelled R-A-I-N.
Call people by their name.
Because it's spelled, rain. That's probably how you would pronounce it. For example, I might say something sarcastic, and she'll say, okay, character name. I'm not on Facebook, but one of my friends is, and he friended her. He showed me her page, and she wrote a few months ago, OMG, I met my name. I think he is into me. Hashtag celeb girlfriend. Use of hashtags on Facebook aside, it started making me think she was into me for my character or to show off and not into me. This is obviously a problem in my life. I have dated 2 actresses, neither of whom are all that famous, but had their sights on bigger things. I know for a fact that at least one was using me as a way to get her name out there. It worked. I'm very happy for her. Otherwise, I am attracted to students, bartenders, baristas, etc.
Huh?
What?
Okay.
That's just weird to just throw on there.
Students and bartenders and baristas.
That's my type.
Those are my 3.
Those are my top 3. I tend to date around, rarely in serious relationships, because I am concerned that they don't like me for me. That is a problem. I play a very extroverted, confident character, but that isn't me in real life. My self-esteem is fine, but I guess I'm a bit paranoid.
I want to know who
Yeah.
you are. You
Yeah.
keep like the way you go about this is just like
Yeah, I would
don't know.
wanna know too.
I know who you are.
I feel like this girl likes me, but would she if I wasn't a minor celebrity? Is there some way to know? Am I doomed to dating within the industry? Do most people realize that who we are as characters is not who we really are as people? Any advice is appreciated. Oh, and yes, I am a regular Redditor.
I'm just like one of you guys.
Yeah.
Celebrities, they're just like
This
us.
guy really just wants to
He
be
just really
normal.
wants to be like, listen,
I'm one of you guys.
I'm
It's
on
fine.
TV a lot. I make money. I'm just like you. I work a 9 to 5. Not really, but come on.
Yeah. I lurk on this sub a lot, and I appreciate the advice of those not in the industry. Thank you. Well, I am in the industry.
He is also in the industry.
I'm just trying to figure out who this guy could be.
There's also an edit. Edit, just to clarify, she doesn't call me by my character's name. She does talk about my character as if it is another person, but she then compares me to him. I really appreciate everything I've read so far, even if I don't directly respond to it.
That's
And then there's some
weird.
relevant comments.
Okay.
What we thinking, bros?
I think you're concerned that it's like, does she really like me for me?
Dakota, as the biggest well-known actor here among the 3,
Yeah,
you've
she
been
probably
in, you've
saw
been in
my
movies. You've
she
been-
probably saw my Build-A-Bear campaign from when I was 17, and that's why she really likes me.
Yeah.
That's what I think every
Have you-
day
have
about
you-
everyone around me.
Have you actually had anyone date you because you were I don't even know what I would put you, like a T-list celebrity?
No.
Okay.
No one's ever dated me because I'm not a celebrity. I'm not.
Never dated anyone.
I don't even think anyone ever dated me because I was an actor. Like, no. But I don't know. It's be like, I'm quitting. I'm quitting acting. I'm gonna work at a hardware store and see how she reacts.
Give her a big fat lie.
But I don't know. Even that's hard because then it's like, if she's like, wait, what? Why would you do that? And it's like, you are passionate about it and you like doing it, then she might just be supporting you, being like, are you sure you want to work at the hardware store instead of do the thing you said you really like to do and are successful at? Have succeeded at?
I don't know. I think a genuine conversation like, hey, so do you got to stop with like the celebrity stuff and like treat me like a normal person?
Yeah, I'd say just have a conversation. But also, like, I understand because my sister's friend dates a celebrity, and, like, it is very hard
Oh yeah,
to,
who?
like...
Don't tell.
I'm going to throw it out. I'm going to throw it out. Yeah, no, I would never.
What do they work on?
They're musician.
Okay.
How big?
What instrument?
Voice of an angel?
Voice?
Voice of an angel?
She's dating
No.
Nickelback.
She's dating Maroon 5, the entire band of Maroon 5.
I'll tell you guys after.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, please do.
But yeah, I will say that there's really hard things when it comes to that. Obviously, I've never been in that situation, but hearing things from her, like, it is tough at times. So
Yeah,
it's
since I'm the local boy, I've known people who've dated celebrities, and yeah, you tease them, but they're like, you can tell like it bothers them a lot. And they're
yeah,
like,
well, because it's
they're normal.
like it's weird because like you think that the partner puts you on a pedestal.
Yeah,
because
but it's like a really special. It's like a golden pedestal.
Yeah. But then, like, you do things wrong, you're still a bad person for doing wrong things. Like, you can't just be like, well, I'm this person, so,
Yeah.
like, it goes into a lot of, leave me alone. I don't know what
Maybe
I
you
would say,
reverse psychology them and start being like, I just thought you were a bigger fan. I don't know if this is gonna work out. I want like, you need to get a shirt with my face on it that you wear. You need socks with my face on it, so I'm with you every step of the way.
Yeah, if you're not my number one fan, you're not my number one girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, when it comes to like celebrities and like dating and stuff, I feel like it's really hard for them to date because like you don't know who's being genuine and who's not.
That's why they have their
100%.
own like Tinder now, don't they? I forget what it's called, but it's like you can
Oh,
only be on it.
Raya.
You're
Is it
like,
Raya?
I don't know.
I've-
what it
Guys,
is.
I've been on
and
Raya.
I don't care.
Yeah, I have some friends who are on Raya, and I'm
I've
like,
been
oh
on
my
Raya
god.
before.
Get stop
stupid.
plug. I didn't want to plug it.
It's dumb.
Unplug. Next.
All right. Comments. Sweet Pea 122. I would tell her you're not comfortable with her announcing you on Facebook, etc. It's a new relationship and you're not even on Facebook, so that's pretty weird. She sounds a little immature in my opinion. I would put some space between yourselves. I don't think she's the one for you. How is the relationship otherwise? OP responds, thanks. I don't know if I'd say immature, but I could see why you would say that. When we are together, we tend to have excellent conversations. She is beautiful, she has a good head on her shoulders, and is very understanding of my work schedule. We haven't had the talk about being exclusive, but as far as I am concerned, we are. So yeah, it's pretty good. I feel like this is more my problem than anything she is doing overall, but I don't know how to approach it with her without sounding like I am accusing her of something. Liquid McCartney 8 says, as a non-famous Redditor, this is somewhat outside of my wheelhouse, but I don't really think this is totally unique to the show business world. Personally, as a lawyer, just starting out and not rich/notable by any means, but still, I definitely get the feeling that women are interested in me for the wrong, reasons such as financial status, whatever. Those reasons, sometimes. I haven't really figured out how to deal with it either, but I'd say you should trust your instincts if you think she's using you. Otherwise, I am attracted to students, bartenders, baristas, etc. That said, I think this is the problem, really. These are probably the last types of people you want to date. You need to find someone who is more established in a legit career, so you're more or less equals, and who isn't interested in irrigating herself into the world of showbiz.
Ingratiating.
Oh, it's not integrating.
No,
Ingratiating.
you said
sorry.
irrigated.
Irrigate. I don't even know what I said. Okay, wait. Ingratiating.
She just wants to spread the water of
wants to be
herself all over town. Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
And,
You got to stay away from those irrigating girls.
and
And guys.
and who isn't interested in ingratiating? That's okay. Ingratiating herself into the world of showbiz. I feel like integrating would also be good.
So
for
would
that.
irrigating.
So would irrigation.
She's trying to water the sprouts of her seeds that she plants throughout time. She says, one day I will irrigate the correct flower and it will bloom into a famous actor. And then I'll be set for life until we divorce.
That's
I
like
take all his money.
she's like Seymour from why can't I think of that? The plant.
Oh,
Shop
the
of
little,
Horrors?
Yes.
little horror man.
The
shop
Seymour
of the
from
little
Shop of
man who is
Horrors. Yeah,
horrified.
he's gonna
Feed
grow
me,
flowers and be
Seymour.
famous.
Yeah.
OP responds, I saw someone else just wrote down that I date down. I understand that, but not too many years ago, I was a student and barista. I grew up in a small town. I think being a lawyer is something you earned through your education, etc. I don't know what my equals would be, as I don't want to date anyone in the entertainment industry. She is going to graduate in May in engineering, if that matters. These are just the people I've been attracted to. I've dated professionals as well, but I keep going back to the person I meet at quiet places. You've given me something to consider, however. Top comment. I live in West Hollywood. Hey, I'm by there.
No way.
Hey,
Wow.
I'm a little
Oh
by
my
that.
god, no way.
What are
That's
you,
like
Chapel Road?
What
down the
am I?
street.
What are you, Chapel Road? I live in West Hollywood, so I have seen a lot of this. I think the key is time. Simply getting to know her better and her getting to know you better. If she is in the industry and using you, you are already learning how to recognize this. But if she is not in the industry and just a little dazzled and excited, I wouldn't take this as a blow. She's young and our culture has become really obsessed by this sort of thing, it's true. As she gets to know you, it will gradually become obvious whether she likes the real you or not. What you are asking for, if you think about this, or if you think about it, is what we all want, a guarantee. Does she really like me? Or just my looks, my money, my status, the fantasy in his or her head? You don't have to be a celebrity to worry if the people you are with is really seeing you clearly. That is also true. We all struggle with this. Your situation just has a more easily identifiable element to it. But this is why celebrities hook up with celebrities, expatriates with other expatriates. How dare you make me say that twice? Thank you, Pretzel. I don't even know what that means.
I don't know what any of that just meant, honestly.
What? Thanks, Pretzel. What?
Thanks, Pretzel.
Millionaires marry other millionaires. Do they actually?
I don't know.
I feel like, okay, I don't like this comment. It's like, you can't date out of like what you're, or where you're in, like your
Yeah.
wealth, your status. You can't date out of that. This is why everyone just dates in their own little circle.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you, like, Opie's like, I don't want that.
Yeah. Thank you, Pretzel.
Thank
You're-
you, Pretzel.
Thank you, Pretzel.
Thanks, Pretzel.
You're welcome.
Yeah, that's
You're
good.
welcome, Wetzel.
Yeah, great. Thanks, Pretzel.
Thanks, Wetzel.
Thanks, Wetzel.
Millionaires marry other millionaires. You try to find someone whose life cancels out the extraneous factors. I can see why, but it doesn't really address the ultimate problem we all face. Does the person I am with really see me? And to add to that, we seldom show our real selves because we are convinced deep down that we aren't all that lovable. LOL. So dating becomes a test. I'll hide who I am and you come and find me. There's an update. Should we just get into it?
I just say just get into it.
Let's go.
6 days later.
Ooh.
Your kindness and sage advice was overwhelming, and I apologize for not commenting more in that thread. I did, however, read all of the comments. I also apologize if I did not respond to the many private messages I've received. Just to that one man.
I didn't respond to the man PMs, only the woman PMs.
Sorry,
If you're
sorry.
interested in me, hit me up. That's what Opie's trying to say too. It's like,
Several wanted to know who I was. Sorry. Some wanted to know about other famous people on Reddit, probably quite a few. And I especially appreciated the messages from those of you who have been in similar positions, same with comments to that effect. My favorite private message was the one telling me to swallow some sort of pill with a link to a subreddit that I can only assume consists of troubled, aggressive 15-year-old boys who don't have mothers or sisters. Wow, no thanks, but you enjoy that. I don't even know what I just read.
It was probably I think that was they were trying to get red pilled.
Oh, all right.
I gotcha.
I see. Anyway, after thinking and reading, I decided that maybe I was blowing the situation out of proportion, but also that I needed to be honest about my feelings. She and I talked for a long time. I more or less told her everything that I said here. I debated about just showing her the post, but decided against it. Good idea. It was a great conversation and brought us much closer together. I'm happy to say that this conversation also led to the exclusivity talk. We are officially a couple now.
Oh, wow.
A few things. She apologized about the Facebook post and also explained it. She said that she assumed I was just a womanizing celebrity who got numbers just for the sake of doing so. The celeb girlfriend thing was sarcasm, as she figured I would never contact her. I did laugh at her use of hashtags on Facebook. She admitted to me that it was a bit overwhelming for a while because she figured I would just date within the industry. I guess she also Googled me and saw who I have dated in the past. I assured her I don't make comparisons like that. She told me that the shock of things has worn off and now she just sees me as a person, as she should have before. She did joke about the character thing, and she said that she could never date the character I play. When she brings it up, it is just some gentle ribbing. That made me feel kind of silly. She said what many of you said, me being in a sitcom is who I am. She can't just ignore that, but she said she is much more excited about the production work than any of the acting. She wants to know how things work. Me being an actor to her is not all that different from anything else, but she warned me that many of her friends might see it differently. Some already want to know if I'll introduce them to celebrities I've never met and probably will never meet. If I did, I'd probably be in shock. When they realize how little of a deal I am, then I think we can easily blend our friend groups and whatnot. By the way, you can blend right into these stories with full episodes just like this. Go to your favorite podcast station, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or iHeartRadio, or anything you listen to. We're on there. Just type in OK Storytime.
We're on it.
We're on it.
We're there.
There is some relevant update. What do we think on?
I mean, I think that was all solid. It sounds like it's more normal.
Yeah.
Probably, and yeah, maybe you're actually dating up, instead of down.
Yeah.
Since you're not that famous, since you're just a normal everyday guy.
Speaking of that, he does mention that next. It
Oh.
says, a couple of you mentioned dating down, etc. She also informed me that she has 2 job offers for when she graduates at large firms. One is here and the other is in Portland. As of right now, her plan is to stay here, and I factor into that. I'm not looking at her as the person I am going to marry. Could she be? Yes. Then again, so could a lot of people in my past and my future. Instead, I am going to enjoy the ride. Nice, OP. She was mature and did a lot of swat.
I thought you could say sausage.
A lot.
I love
to,
sausage.
A lot to assuage.
And did a lot to assuage my concerns. He has a great vocabulary.
This guy's an actor.
Not
Yeah,
me.
this guy knows what words are.
She even told me she thought I was using her for access to the university's library. Ha!
Ha! Joke's on you. I can't read. I just know how to say assuage.
And expatriated.
I'm an actor. People tell me what to say. I don't know how to read.
She's beautiful. And so it seems she does like me for me. Who knows where this will lead, but I sincerely appreciate all of the comments. They help me to organize my thoughts and to just say, to heck with it, and actually talk to her.
All right, Shia LaBeouf over there.
Hey, folks, that's what it is. That's what it's all about.
The communication, whether you're a celebrity or no one.
Actually talking to somebody, regardless of your social status.
Like I said,
Yeah.
celebrities, they're just like us.
They really are.
Yeah, they really are. They're just another person on
Just
this earth.
richer and
well
more known.
Well, what's funny is when I met like my best friend who moved.
Yeah.
When I first met him, it was in an acting class, and I didn't realize. I was like, I heard him talk, and I'm like, I feel like I've heard what? Why do I feel like I've heard him or I know him? And then it struck me that he was the voice actor for a series that was like one of my favorites of all time.
Yeah.
No
Like in
way.
high school.
Yeah.
Aw.
I knew him from a
And-
commercial, and I was like, I know you from somewhere. He's like, yeah. And I was like, all right, shut up. We're friends now.
Yeah, and
And
I
I-
did.
then
Shut up.
And then I whooped his Smash Bros. And
Whoa.
then I
there
was
we
like,
go.
yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Gosh, yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, yeah. How about that commercial?
Yeah, it was nerve wracking at first, and then it was just like, oh, it's just a cool guy,
They're just like us. If
Just a
anything,
cool
he's just
guy.
a weird dude.
just a cool dude,
He's just a
Cool
cool
guy.
he's a cool dude, cool dad now.
cool guy.
Aw.
Cool, yeah.
Well, that is the end
I wish he
of
lived
this
here,
story.
man.
And we got another one coming right up.
I can't be happy for my partner's surgery because he excluded me from it.
I have a lot of questions.
My partner and I have been in love for 10 years. He has been seriously ill for the past 4 years. Oof. And I've adapted my job and my entire life to be able to support him through everything. By the way, this comes from opening permit 486, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OKStorytime subreddit. I'm Sophia.
And I'm Savannah.
I'm Keon.
And we're here to give good advice goofily, but we don't have all the answers. We only know what we'd do. So let us know what you would do in the comments. And OP says, he recently got an incredible chance. His brother is a compatible donor, and a life-changing treatment is available around 500 miles from our home.
Oh.
We planned that the three of us would move there temporarily for 2 months. Because it's expensive, we agreed to share the costs and even discussed possible apartments. I extended my remote work so I could come with them, help him, and be present during the treatment and recovery. I was genuinely excited not only for his treatment, but also to spend those months together in that city. Yesterday, while checking our emergency finances, I noticed a large payment from 3 months ago. I checked our shared emails, which I have permission to access, and found a rental agreement in his inbox. It's signed only by him and his brother. The apartment is officially limited to 2 people, so not me. Why?
I'm confused.
Why would you not want to include your partner who's been there for you for 10 years?
Yeah, something happened.
I was shocked and incredibly hurt. I can't afford to stay there alone, so this decision basically shuts me out. And he kept this hidden from me for 3 months. When I talked to him yesterday, just making small talk about Christmas, or about spending Christmas there and how this treatment could change everything, he suddenly got strange. He mentioned visiting, became quiet, and acted like our shared plans were never real.
Oh.
So he's like, "Oh yeah, you can come visit every once a month." I'm angry, sad, confused, and honestly devastated. I know he's ill and stress affects him badly, but this was a major decision about our lives that he hid from me. And now I'm supposed to smile and pretend everything's fine? So am I the a-hole for being upset that they rented a place without me instead of being purely happy he's finally getting his treatment? And there are some comments, but do you have any comments of your own?
I mean, I just think there wasn't even like
Why?
a conversation.
Yeah.
Or anything.
I mean, well, they had multiple conversations about moving in together.
Right? Yeah. So there was conversations about that, but none of those concerns came up at all.
No.
Like nothing.
That's so strange.
I could not I couldn't.
I don't even have,
honestly
like, a-
wouldn't even know
yeah.
what to do.
No,
Just 10 years, you'd think
Yeah.
you know a person.
10 years, 4 years of your life has been spent taking care of him.
Yeah.
Maybe he's like, I don't want you to have to, go through that here. I don't know what the reasoning is. Let's find out.
All right.
But there are some comments first. Not the Mama says, like others have said, this was his game plan for a long time. I'd love to be the fly on the wall after the surgery, and there's no way to take care of these two guys. And there's no one to take care of these two guys. Oh, and I think what this person is saying is that maybe he's been, 10 years with this girl. Last 4 years, she's been taking care of him. And now he's like, well, now I have a chance to not need anyone to take care of me, so I don't need you anymore. Which would be like a really messed up way of thinking. It sounds like maybe a kidney transplant. Both will have undergone major surgery and have now to deal with no one to help either of them. When he and his brother signed a lease, sans you, it was made clear he does not want nor think he needs you anymore. Go be happy enough without him. He and his brother deserve to suffer together. Take your money and run, hun. And OP says you're spot on. It is a kidney transplant. Thank you so much for your comment. Internal Coat says not the a-hole, but pure speculation. Is it possible that the brother pressured him not to include you? Perhaps the brother was uncomfortable with the idea of you staying with them, and your partner felt he had to cave to his brother's demands since his brother is devoting 2 months and risking his health to become a donor for him. That still doesn't absolve him from cowardice and gaslighting in not discussing this with you sooner. OP says, thank you so much for your comment. His brother and I are actually good friends. I've just been too much of a coward to bring this up with him yet. I'll add this to my edit. Really appreciate it. I mean, if you guys are good friends, why haven't either of them told you then?
Yeah.
I feel like if I were the brother and this person was my friend, I'd be at least, even if I didn't know that she didn't know that she was moving in with us, like, and assumed that OP's boyfriend and OP had talked about it, I still probably would want to talk about just the whole situation.
Well, of course. Yeah, I would want to talk about like what is going on, and you guys are just gonna do this, and then I'm done. Like,
yeah,
move on?
I'd be like, I know you guys talked about it, but like it's pretty interesting that no one's gonna be there to like help us out at all. And then she'd be like, what? We didn't talk about anything.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
all a
confused.
little suspicious.
Yeah, there's something else going on here.
Nico Hazini says, info, is he planning to live off your earnings for 3 months? OP says, yes. We plan to cover most of the living costs through me since I've been the breadwinner throughout his illness. Cranky Ashley says, a lot of people are saying her. I don't see a gender in the post. Am I missing it? OP says, that's true, but I am a female. And edit, we live in my house, which I inherited from my parents. For the past 4 years, I've been the breadwinner. He only works part-time. He is covered under my insurance. His brother and I are good friends. I've just been too much of a coward to bring this up with him yet. I honestly thought I wouldn't get any comments. Thank you so much in advance. And there is an update 1 week later. Seems like we're about to get some more information on what is going on.
Yeah, let's see.
But 678 says he's used her to look after him. This is sad. I bet he wouldn't have done the same. He'd have left long ago. Yeah, if OP were in the same situation of needing help and needing someone to care for her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would be very confused. But there is an update 1 week later. I talked to his brother and his girlfriend 2 days later. I stayed calm and genuinely hoped for a solid explanation. His brother swore he didn't know my partner had already booked the apartment, and his girlfriend backed him up, saying he hadn't even requested the days off work. According to them, they had no idea what's going on. He offered to talk to my partner, but I told him not to. Honestly, I still don't know what to believe. Since then, I've been having breakdowns in the bathroom in secret and making a plan to leave. Maybe that makes me the a-hole now, but I don't want to talk to my partner about this anymore. I feel like I'll just hear excuses and the same, I can't talk about this because I'm so ill line. I've reached the point where I truly don't care anymore about his explanation. I'm just trying to keep my mask on until then. And edit, an hour later, I'm trying to stay calm and act normal because I'm scared he might do something drastic or lash out. Probably a far too late edit 1 day later, but I want to clarify that we have 2 joint bank accounts. One we share for fixed costs and some hobbies, and one emergency account. That's definitely a lot of money, a couple of thousand. But we always kept one personal account each as well. So I may lose a heck of a lot of money, but I still have my own account with my money. By the way, you can have your own account if you listen to full episodes of stories just like this. I'm assuming all of these apps have accounts, like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or iHeartRadio. Just search up OK Storytime. And there is a little bit left to this story. Any final thoughts?
I'm kind of just confused about the whole
Yeah,
thing.
it feels like brother doesn't know what's going on. OP hasn't been told.
It feels very like, I literally just forgot what I was gonna say.
It feels.
It feels.
It just feels, you know?
It feels.
Now I think he's hiding something, and whether that, I mean, some people said cheating in the chat, or if it's just, you know, he feels like he can go off on his own now that he's getting this surgery and he doesn't, you know, quote unquote, need OP anymore. Maybe that's the reason. And he's trying to kind of soft quit that, or quiet quit, as they say.
Yeah, but
But it's still very strange.
Yeah, and it's still like obviously not right to do. You don't just do that to someone
that you've
and,
been in a
and
relationship for
literally out
10
of nowhere,
years.
and to also like use their money for your surgery
Yeah.
and then be like, oh, by the way, you're not living here anymore.
Yeah, by the
Like,
way, you
huh?
have to stay at home, and also I'm going to use your money.
Yeah, and it's just gonna be us two. Don't worry about, you know, like taking care of us or anything. Like, what are these two gonna do? Like, you can't like.
Yeah.
It's a major surgery.
Yeah,
So
can you
I'm
transport?
sure they're going to need people to like, you know, clean their wounds, get up and, you know, make food. Like, how are you supposed to do any of that
Yeah.
without this? Like, you
I
need
have no
her.
clue.
So, I don't know.
Didn't think this through.
Yeah.
But OP finishes off by saying in 10 days the lease starts, and I'm honestly curious to see what actually happens. Thank you again for all the support. I don't have family I can talk to, and your comments made me feel less like I'm the crazy one or a cold a-hole. Comments from 8 Marshmallow says, how is he paying for the lease if his brother isn't going and you're the breadwinner? Have you offered to help him pack? You can make sure to pack absolutely everything of his and see if he wants to discuss things at that point. OP says he paid from our emergency bank account. 8 Marshmallow says if his brother isn't going, who is? Are you sure there isn't someone else? Sometimes people, usually men, resent their caregivers, get tired of being seen as the patient, and look for someone else. OP says, I have no idea. I would love to know. Any Expression says, so why is it a two-person place and the brother knows nothing? Sounds sketchy as heck. You most definitely shouldn't wait to approach this because this is huge. He needs to explain himself now. I'm sure at this point he's had time to delete things. And OP says, TBH, I think they're lying to me. C-Ad says, can you cancel the booking and call it a fraudulent charge? OP says, that's actually a good question. To be honest, I'm a bit scared of his reaction if I do something drastic. I'll probably try to wait these 10 days. MBT Omega says, no, what? Cancel it now. Cancel the treatment if you can. He can rob you in secret. You can reclaim your stolen money in secret too. And OP says, to be honest, I'll be relieved when he's out because I don't think he would just leave the house if I broke up with him here. Lemon Icing says, did your partner forge their brother's signature on the lease? In 11 days, you should change the locks and shut down joint banking, credit cards along with savings and checking account, and any other common stuff too, like email and their mobile bill too, if you're also carrying it. You're not an a-hole to leave a relationship where you have been clearly taking advantage of. Your partner is way too comfortable having you pay for everything that it doesn't even occur to them that you would turn your back and walk away. You should be angry. I think you're underreacting, to be honest. I'd be furious after having twisted myself and my job into a pretzel to accommodate him. Don't look back. You deserve so much better. And OP says, I don't know what to think about the signature. I'm not even sure if his brother is telling the truth or lying. I feel like he is, or I'm just going crazy. Thank you for your comment. I really appreciate it. And trust me, I am angry. It's just so unreal that I can't believe this is my life right now. More Kitar says, did he forge his brother's signature? Why are you so scared how he's going to react? Has he been unpredictable or harmful? How do you know the brother won't tell him anyway? Are you safe? How do you plan to leave if it is your house? This sounds really hard, but this is not making much sense.
Thank you.
Yeah, none of it is.
Yeah. I'm like trying to follow and I'm like, there's
Yeah.
so many like pieces missing, I feel.
I mean, yeah, someone asked in the, or 678 says, why is she scared of his reaction? I wonder.
Yeah.
All of this just seems like a pretty unhealthy relationship.
It's a big mystery and I like knowing things and I don't like
I don't want any more mystery.
Yeah.
OP says it is my house, only my house, in my name. Yes, he's a bit impulsive, but I don't want to go deeper into that here. I am safe. I don't think it will change anything if I tell him. At the end of the day, he is on my insurance, so I just assume he plays it cool. I stayed through very tough times. I think he's sure that I will just stay again and won't leave. Sadly, not my first rodeo with him. You gotta
Dang.
leave this guy.
Yeah. it
Not your
doesn't-
first rodeo?
Yeah.
It just sounds
Oof.
like there's no communication. You're obviously unhappy. He's obviously unhappy. Like it's
Yeah.
just not really working, and it sucks that it went on for this long. But
Truly so long
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
of this relationship.
678 says, why is she scared of his reaction?
Yeah, that's the one
Yeah.
I agree.
Which again,
It's a good question.
what's going on with that?
I
Yeah.
don't know. But that is the end of that story and the end of this episode. So if you love us, make sure to subscribe
and we love you.
and
See
see
you
you tomorrow.